Hi everybody, this is Magda and welcome to Psychology for Marketers. In this week, I want to share with you a few tips how to slow down in a very busy schedule that you have, how to find time for yourself, and how to have more energy. Now, the reason why I'm recording this video for you because currently my father is experiencing the phase in his life when he has to work really hard. He works over the weekends as well, and frankly, I don't get to see him a lot. And whenever he comes home, I can see how tired he is. And he told me a few days ago that he really wished that he could just take a day off, do something, and finally stop thinking about work. Now, frankly, I've been in situations like this before. I remember the worst time ever for me was when, for about a week or two, I had to be in the office from 8 a.m. till midnight, day after day. So I didn't have time to work out, to really think of myself. I didn't have time for my family or friends. So I want to share with you a few tips that I discovered in the recent years that help me maintain myself, maintain a good relationship with my friends and my family, even when I have these phases when I really have tons of things to do. So basically consider it a guide for extremely busy people. A few tips how to slow down without losing your productivity. So in other words, I want to share with you a few tips on how to manage your day, how to approach your task, but you'll still be able to accomplish and finish all of your to-do list. So it's not about cutting on these things because I know you have to do them. So it's really just about approaching them differently. Some small changes in your life that will help you be more productive and still have time for yourself and the people who count in your life. So let's start. Here's tip number one. Everything starts with the morning. Even if you're not a morning person, the truth is that we are most productive in the morning because when you wake up, you're fresh after the night and you have a lot of energy, which over the day has a tendency of dropping. So the morning should be your sacred time and it should be dedicated to what's most important for you. So if you have a certain project that you need to work on, and let's say there's a person that you need to get something from, or there is a report that you have to write, make sure that the first thing you do in the morning is working on this thing. Now, in terms of somebody busy but not necessarily with a certain project at work, like in my case right now, when I wake up, the first thing that I do is working out because I have certain personal goals for myself right now. And for me, working out every day is the most important thing. I want to make sure I always accomplish. So this is how I start my day. So what is important for you? Is it a certain project at work? Is it exercising? Maybe meditation or reading something or watching something? Whatever it is, make sure that you do it in the morning. Don't dedicate your morning time to anything else. Only once you finish this task, then you can move on to other things. So remember, mornings are sacred. Mornings are your golden hour to accomplish what's most important for you. Number two is to prioritize. And yes, I know you've heard about it. Who doesn't know that you should work on the most important items first? But who actually does it? See, the reality usually is a bit different. We have a tendency of grabbing small tasks first so we can get it out of our way and then leave this big important thing till the end. And what often happens is that the end of the day comes and you feel so tired after doing all this little work that you don't get to do what really matters. Unfortunately, we praise being busy. So, somebody who has tons of things to do throughout the day is perceived as a great employee versus somebody who maybe worked just 1 hour a day, but they did something extremely important that brings the money and grows the company. We consider these people lazy. So it's really about the change of attitude, but you have to understand that just being busy for the sake of being busy doesn't get you anywhere. It only stresses you out. So really make sure that you clearly identify all of the things that you have to do in terms of how important they are and how urgent they are. And you want to start on what is important and urgent first, and then slowly, looking at the priority of your goals, move to those. But forget about the small work, all the little things that, it's cool to do, but they're not as necessary. Focus your time on what has to be done and then later only work on what is nice to have. Here is number three, and this is something I personally think makes the biggest difference. And it's to find some time during the day to what's called sharpening the saw, which means for yourself. So what is something that will boost your energy, that will make sure that you are productive and effective throughout the day? For some people, it can be drinking a lot of water or having a healthy lunch or taking just like 5 minutes off and sit down and breathe deeply or meditate. In my case, I found out that if I take a break throughout the day and I go to the gym, I work out, I can actually work till later in the day. So this is something that gives me energy. So what is it for you? What kind of break do you need to make for yourself? What kind of activity do you need to engage yourself to make sure that you'll be more productive throughout the day? The truth is that if you don't take this break, your productivity will be dropping throughout the day. And at the end of the day, you won't have any energy to do anything more. So it's better to pause, take a break early in the day, let's say around lunchtime or 3-4 p.m., even for 1 hour, which you might be thinking as you don't have, but it's even better to take this break now. Do something that nourishes your soul and your body and your mind, and only then come back to work. Yes, it might mean that you will finish work a bit later than you were hoping for because you're adding this 1 hour to your schedule, but you will be much more productive in the end of the day. Unfortunately what happens, and I can tell you from my experience, the times when I didn't take this break for myself and I pushed myself, because I knew there was still so much I had to accomplish, so I kept pushing myself. Unfortunately, the quality of my work was far from good, so I had to redo everything the next day. It's pointless, it's wasting your time. So look at dedicating this 1 hour for yourself, look at it as investment to boosting your productivity. Here's another thing, and that's very important in our reality nowadays, and it's to eliminate distractions. So if you're working on your computer, make sure that you close Facebook, email if you don't need it at a time, anything else that has any pop-ups, any notifications, or anything that changes often that you might want to check. The truth is that the way our brain is wired is that if we know there is a message waiting for us, something has changed, there's a notification, trust me, it will be very difficult, if not impossible, to ignore it, because that's how our brain works. So instead, just eliminate any possible distraction beforehand. So like I said, close all those tabs on your computer, turn off your phone if it's possible, or mute it, or put it far away. Even if it vibrates, if you hear the vibration, you'll be already tempted to check it. So eliminate all these things so you can really focus on the work that you have to do. Here's tip number 5. And it's to forget multitasking. Look, as a woman, I would love to believe that us, women, amazing creatures, we can multitask while men cannot. The truth is, men cannot multitask and women cannot multitask either. There's no such a thing for your brain. What happens when you're trying to work on more than one thing, your brain switches between the tasks. So it's not multitasking, it's actually switch tasking. Now, the thing is that every time your brain moves from one task to another, it loses tons of energy. So let's say you're working on 3 projects at the same time, you will be wasting time. It will take you shorter time if you work on the first one first without any distractions, then move to the second, and then move to the third. Another thing goes also, as don't eat when you're working. Your brain is not even noticing that you're eating, so you won't really nourish your body. Make sure you can take some time off for that. When you're writing an email, that's all you're doing. Make sure you're just replying to the email. Don't be on the phone at the same time. Don't talk to anybody else. When you do one task, all your attention should be on this one task. Now, if you've been multitasking, and I know we all have, because there's this belief that yes, the more you do, the better for yourself. So we all try to do so many things at once. I know it might be difficult to switch this mode of working, and you might feel like you are not as productive as you could be. But I want you to really give it a try, because you'll see that after a while, when you learn to single task, you are going really to increase your productivity. And the final tip is to learn to say no. We very often agree to do something for another person because we feel bad to say no. But the truth is that your tasks, your to-dos are the most important. So if somebody asks you for a favor, Really be honest. Can you do it? Do you have time to do it? Is it something that you have to do for your own project? So is it something that you have an interest as well? Or is it a pure favor for somebody else? And if you cannot do it, then just say no. Because if you keep dedicating your time to help other people accomplish their goals, you are falling behind with yours. And first thing you should do is look at your goals, at your projects, and only then you can help other people. So really this ability to say no is crucial. And to help you with it, I'm putting the link below this video to some older episode of Psychology for Marketers where I cover a few strategies on how to say no to other people. So make sure to check it out because it will definitely help you out. So this is it. These are the few tips that I use whenever I have a lot of work and I really want to slow down and find time for myself and the people that I care about. So I hope that these tips will help you if you're struggling with a lot of work right now and if you feel overwhelmed about what you have to do. And please let me know if you have any more tips on how to manage the times when you're extremely busy. Please scroll down under this video and share these ideas with me. I will definitely appreciate knowing of more of the tips. And then other people in Psychology for Marketers will be thankful as well to know what else they can try. And make sure you subscribe to Psychology for Marketers if you like this video, because this way you will be getting videos like this every week. Plus there's more content that I have for you, but you can only get it if you leave me your email, because this way I will know where to send it to you. And finally, if you like this video, please help me spread it to more people. So please like it on Facebook, share it with your friends, share it at your work with other colleagues, and especially if there's anybody you know right now who is struggling with so much work, then make sure they get to see this video because these are the kind of people who need it the most. Thank you so much for your time watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. You are the reason why I record these videos every week. So you have all my gratitude today. And I hope you're going to have an amazing rest of the day, and I'll see you next week.